First of all, this video is not about politics. It's not about religion. It's about prophecy. I do have a lot of prophecy mystery videos. Now, something caught my eye, and I have these books that I read about Nostradamus and the end of the world, and I don't know if it's real or not, but it's a neat mystery. I bought this book right here in 1981, and when I read it then, it says before the year 2000 the Arabs will wipe out Israel. It hasn't happened. New York City will be destroyed. Hasn't happened. The U.S. will ally with Russia against China at World War III. That hasn't happened either, yet. The question I have is that in the Bible, in our Christian Bible, and this doesn't matter what you believe, what your religion is, it's all good. This isn't a religious video. It's only a question about prophecy. Donald Trump rose to the top of the American presidential candidates with his first entry speech, and has stayed at the top, which I find to be, I've never seen another American candidate do that. Okay? So I started putting things together and asked myself, in this book that was put out maybe 25 years ago, and this is probably 30 years ago, in this book, in the epistle to Henry, the King of England at the time, way back when, there was it's a famous document that stated all the popes from the beginning to the end. And what the epistle claims is that the current pope is the second from the last pope. The last pope in the epistle says he will be of good age, which I predict it may be that he's under 75 years old, where most of them start. It also says that Peter of Rome will rule over the flock in the worst of times, and the city of Seven Hills will be destroyed. The city of Seven Hills, I believe, is Rome. Okay? Now, Mr. Trump, if he becomes president, it says in the Bible, I believe it, or most of the movies as we understand it, that it would be the Antichrist will be a charismatic leader that rises up and takes over the world in a very chaotic place, and at first he saves the world, and then he either destroys it or perpetual war. I'm not sure. Who knows? I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But Mr. Trump cannot be bought or sold because he has his own money. He's also a man who gets results. When he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. So I'm wondering, what if he's the lead in the polls and everyone thinks that he's going to save America, but what if he saves it a little too much and gets us into a World War III? And also in this book from 1981, it says that World War III will start in Europe. Those of the crescent will take over those from the cross. And that means that it'll be a religious war between two sides, and the Muslims win. And then there's a big war, and it goes all the way through Europe, and it gets involved in Africa and North Africa, and it ends in Iran. Now, if that does happen, who knows? But with today's events, especially this mass attack in Paris, I'm just wondering if this could be the beginning of all these pieces are falling together where the Antichrist is going to reign. I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's just an interesting theory. Okay, that's all I want to say. I'm glad to be back. Haven't made a video in a while. Got to have my hands done. Surgery. All right. Thank you.